So we are asked to find the equation of an exponential function that passes through the points 2, 9, and 3, 6. So we will go ahead and write our equation for our exponential equation, which is y is equal to a times b to the power of x. And our y is 9 and 6, and our x values are 3 and 2. So that's what we are given. And we will go ahead and plug that into our y and a are x. So we have 9 is equal to a times b to the power of x, which is 2. And we also have 6 is equal to a times b cubed. And we can go ahead and just solve for a, where we will get a is equal to 6 divided by b cubed. And we'll go ahead and replace that into our original equation, or our first equation, where we will get 9 is equal to 6 divided by b cubed times b squared, where multiplying we will end up getting 9 is equal to 6 divided by b, where we can just go ahead and multiply by b to get 9b is equal to 6. And solving for b, we get b is equal to 9, or 6 divided by 9. And we can go ahead and find out what a is. So let's go ahead and plug in b into 9, or b into a, where we get a is equal to 6 divided by 6 cubed, which is 216, divided by 729, where we can multiply 6 times 729, but we see that 6 and 216 have a same factor of 6. So if we divide 6, or 216 by 6, we get 36. And 6 times 6 equals 1. So we have 729 divided by 36. And we can go ahead and see if we can factor out a 3 where we can, but we can also factor out a 4. So by doing so, we will get 81 divided by 4, because if we factor out a 9 from 729 and 36, we get 729 divided by 9 is 81, and 36 divided by 9 is 4. So that is our a value. Let's go ahead and replace y, and no, we will get y is equal to a, which is 81 divided by 4, times 6 divided by 9 to the power of x. So we want to go ahead and check if our equation is correct, and to see if we get the same x and y values. And by doing so, we will go ahead and test out if we get 9 from plugging in x is equal to 2. So we get y is equal to 81 divided by 4 times 36 divided by 81. So we have 81 in the numerator and denominator, so they cross out, where now we have 36 divided by 4, which gives us 9. So that gives us our coordinate 2, 9, which is correct. And our equation satisfies that this is the point it crosses through. And we'll go ahead and test out x is equal to 3. So by doing that, we should get that our y value should be 6. So let's go ahead and do that. So we have y is equal to 81 divided by 4 times 216 divided by 729. So we have 216 divided by 4 times 9. And if we see 216 divided by 36, we end up getting 6, which is indeed our coordinate 3 comma 6. So we can go ahead and check mark that and say that our equation satisfies these 2 points. And we will go ahead and look at one more example, and we will go ahead and find A and B again, but this time with a vertical shift and horizontal shift. So let's go ahead and look at the other example. So in this example, it is kind of like the previous one, but it has a vertical shift and horizontal shift this time. So we have to find the equation of an exponential function that passes through the points 8, 4 and 9, 8, where it is shifted 3 to the right and down by 4. So we are going to write our equation using this equation, where h is the horizontal shift and determines where it will be shifted to right or to the left. So it determines which direction it goes in horizontally, and k tells us whether it is shifted upwards or downwards in the y direction. And as we see, h is 3 and k is -4 since it is shifted downwards. So we will go ahead and use this equation where we have y is equal to a times b to the power of x minus 3 minus 4. So now that we have that, we will go ahead and plug in our x and y from our coordinates and directly into y and x on our equation, where we will get 4 is equal to a times b to the power of 8 minus 3 minus 4. So let's go ahead and add 4 to both sides and also add the exponents, where we will get 8 is equal to a times b to the power of 5. So now let's write our second equation, where we will get 8 is equal to a times b to the power of 9 minus 3 minus 4. So we just do the same thing we did earlier, and we will have 12 is equal to ab to the power of 6. And we will go ahead and isolate a in our first equation, and we will get a is equal to 8 divided by b to the power of 5. Plugging a into our equation here, we get 12 is equal to 8 divided by b to the power of 5 times b to the power of 6, where this gives us 12 is equal to 8 times b, where we get b is equal to 12 divided by 8. We could simplify it by dividing it all by 4, so we get 3 divided by 2. And we could just plug in b into a, where we will get a is equal to 8 divided by 3 to the power of 5 is 32. No, not 32, I'm looking at 2. It is going to be 243 divided by 32. And now what we can do is go ahead and multiply 8 times 32, which gives us 256 divided by 243. So we have what a is, and as we see, we cannot cancel out any factors because it will not have a common factor of 3. While 243 does, 256 doesn't. So we can now go ahead and directly plug a and b into our equation, where we will get y is equal to 256 divided 243 times 3 divided by 2 to the power of x minus 3 minus 4. And now we'll go ahead and plug in or verify our solutions. And by solutions, I mean our equation, to see if it is going to satisfy our 2 coordinates we are given. So we'll go ahead and see whether if they are true. So we are getting y is equal to 256 divided by 243 times 3 divided by 2 to the power of 8. And with that, we get 5, because 8 minus 3 is 5, minus 4. So doing so, we will get y is equal to 256 divided by 243 times 243 divided by 32, where 256 divided by 32 is 8, but 243 cancel out, and 256 divided by 32 is 8, and 8 minus 4 is equal to positive 4, which gives us 8, comma 4, which is one of our coordinates. So we can go ahead and check mark that, verifying that it is true. And we will go ahead and verify our next equation, where it is y is equal to 256 divided by 243 times 3 divided by 2 to the power of 6 minus 4. And we will get y is equal to 256 divided by 243 times 729 divided by 64 minus 4. And 729 divided by 243, it is the same thing as 3, so we get 256 divided by 3 times 64, where if we divide 256 divided by 64, we get 4, so we have it is equal to, wait, let's see. Okay, so we are not wrong. So we have 256. Oh no, never mind. So the 3 should not be on the bottom. It should be on the top. So we have 64 times 3. And with that, we have 256 divided by 64, which is 4. So we have 4 times 3 is equal to 12, minus 4, which gives us 8. So our equation tells us that when x is equal to 9, y is equal to 8, which does indeed satisfy our other coordinate. And that is how we find the equation of an exponential function given 2 points, including its horizontal shift and vertical shift. So thank you for watching, and I hope you have a good day.